Hey everyone, and welcome back to Grounds Family Farm. As you can see, we are back on the coop build. I know what you're thinking. Are y'all ever going to get this done? And the answer is no. No, I'm just kidding. We're hoping to have it done soon. We would have had it done a lot sooner, but we told y'all we had a neat little surprise that we were kind of shocked to get, and we're going to show you what that is today. And y'all get to see it whenever we see it, but it's inside this box right here, and it's from a place called Run Chicken. So if you have a guess of what it is, leave it in the comments now. Make sure you pause it because I'm fixing to open it and show you. Leave it in the comments and we'll see if you're right, and do not cheat. But here we go.
It's really exciting.
Let's see.
Yeah, we did not open it. That way it could be on video.
Good grief, how many boxes are in here?
I'm making sure it's safe.
Oh, look, another box that says Run Chicken. Here, oh, goodness, good grief. All kinds
A box
of stuff.
inside a box.
Okay, the big
Ready?
reveal. Look, we got an automatic coop door.
We're so excited.
I know. We weren't planning on getting one of these because of the cost, but Run Chicken saw our video, decided they wanted to hook us up, and they sent us this for free to try out. So, the great thing is they also sent us a coupon code so that if any of y'all are interested, y'all can order one too. But we are so excited about this. It's aluminum material, so it's really light, but it feels very durable. Super easy to install. You just got to cut out a hole, and I think there's 6 screws that hold it. Battery powered, 2 AA that are supposed to last a year. And it's got a light sensor, so it can check with light and do that. Or you can set it by time, and it runs through an app. So easy to set up that way. Another great thing is it's made in Europe. So
And it's red. So it matches everything else, the top metal and everything. So.
Yeah, they let us pick the color, and they had tons of colors, so there's lots to shop for that. But we decided to go with red so it matched the top and everything else, because that's just kind of the theme we were going with right now.
Yeah.
But we are going to show you us installing this. We're also going to try to get some nest boxes built today, and hopefully get this thing ready for some chickens. We'll still have the water system to fix, but still a few kinks to work out on that, so we're going to work on that a different day. But we can get it set up where we should be able to move chickens in here, hopefully this video.
Yay.
But we're fixing to get started on this. Oh, and another great thing, we will have a link down in our description that you can click on to go to order this, and then also the discount code that you can use to get 15% off.
Okay,
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so super simple instructions. There's only like 6 steps, but first you're going to slide this door open. It didn't tell how to do it, but it showed that the door was open before they pulled the tab, so I'm assuming that you just do it by hand. Okay, so we kind of just eyeballed, well, from the inside we marked roughly where this was going to go, where the way we wanted it for the height in there. So I'm just going to, okay, that's the middle, and then we want it up somewhere in here. And we'll just slap this level on it. Does that look level to you?
Yes.
Okay. And then you just trace the outline. I think that's pretty good. Set the door aside, and then we're just gonna I'm probably just gonna do a few of these so that I can get from all directions. Okay, what we're having to use is a jigsaw, so you got to have a hole to get the blade in initially. Oh, I don't like that, because this doesn't have any support behind this board.
Oh.
We'll probably need some boards inside to stabilize this.
Okay.
So we may have to go do that first.
All right.
Okay, so what happened is this little short piece here, there was no supports between here and here, and so whenever we cut that loose, it started flopping. If I'd have cut this side first, it might not have done that. So we just put a board on the inside to give it support. Not a perfect hole, but with jigsaws, the blades try to bend on you as you go, and I just, like I said, I'm not a fan, but it's what we needed for this project.
The rest of the project ought to be pretty simple.
Yeah. You should probably wear safety glasses when doing that. But I did not.
I didn't even think about it.
I did whenever the wind started blowing through that door.
Oh.
Because before, when it was enclosed, it was all just going in, but
Yeah.
which we'll have to clean that out since it's cedar.
Yeah.
To get most of it out anyhow. But then the shavings will go on top, so.
Yeah.
So now.
See how easy this install is.
Yep, I am ready.
They're not going to know what to think when they have this huge space.
And you got to make sure you don't over tighten these because it's got a track in between here that the door slides between. If you over tighten them, the door might not slide that good. So they show like tighten it and then do like a quarter turn off. And that's another reason to use a screwdriver, not a drill. You could use a drill if you took it real easy, but
It's still kind of sprinkling out here a little bit.
yeah, we've been dealing with rain for days.
Yeah, that's the other reason that this isn't completed, because got it in and then it started pouring down rain every day. Yep.
Whoa!
Yeah, super easy to put in.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth too.
After you mount it, pull the plastic activation strip. Okay.
Ah, there we go. Saw the light flash.
And mounting is complete. Oh, wait, here we go. Add device. Okay, so the firmware update just completed. And now we're going to see if the door will close.
Whoa!
That is super cool.
That is great.
Yep, and then it's locked in where stuff can't get in. Okay, so let's see if the safety feature works. I don't know if it's supposed to hit something first.
It may have to. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
So then it stops. Perfect.
Nice.
And it wasn't like a lot of pressure. Like let's just do this so you can see that. Yeah, like my hand's not hurting at all. Like I can slide it out of there, so.
Good.
Okay. So safety feature works.
Cool.
Now we got to fix them a ramp to get in and out of here. Except for the cats. They'll
Or
just
cat
stop.
door. Because, yeah.
Okay, so they have where you can do a sunrise or you can just do a timer. I say we just do a timer.
We can, yeah.
That way they don't wake us up too early. 7 a.m.?
Sure.
That's plenty of time for them to come out.
Yep.
Closing option. Maybe do sunset on that.
Yeah, because that's about, I mean, they roost at sunset is when they tend to do that, so.
So it'll do like 15-minute delay, evening delay. So when sunset happens, then they'll have time to get in there and it'll close. Anti-pinch delay, in case of obstruction, the door opens, waits 5 seconds, and closes again. So
Okay, good.
that way it doesn't just stay open like it did whenever we did. And then program my door. Save and go home. Okay. So it's set. Do we want to do maybe? I'll just do sunrise on it.
Okay. Because, I mean, that's still not that much earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what.
Hey, it's on Abby's end of the house anyway.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to wake her up.
So it's going to be Okay, so the morning it has a 15-minute morning delay and a 15-minute evening delay. If we see that it's a problem since the sun rises on the other side and it doesn't actually get that light, we'll see how that works out. If we
Okay.
have to, we'll do something different.
Something I was reading was saying that it automatically updated to the time zone it was located in.
Yeah, that's what this said too after I was going back in. But it was showing our GPS location and it set the sunrise based on that location.
That's
so
pretty interesting.
hopefully that works. So
Yeah.
we'll just leave it, and then like I said, we'll try later. But we're going to have to build a ramp for these getting out of, and then we're going to try to get some nesting boxes done. Okay, so we built this little ramp for them.
That is nice.
I think as long as I'm under my line, it'll work.
Okay.
I'm trying to center this up on the door, too. So yeah, we're just doing this and just going to screw this in so it keeps from moving. But I don't want it to be mashing against that either.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is really nice.
So now they got the ramp. Now we just gotta get nest boxes done.
Yep. And then we'll be able to actually put some chickens out here.
Yes. If you have like really big chickens, they do make an extra large and oversized door, but this should be fine for ours. If we see it's a problem, then we'll reach out to them, see if we can't do an upgrade. But I think for our size, this is gonna be plenty big.
Yeah, it had different. When I was looking at it, there were different ones. Like this is for this is for chickens. Then there's one that's just a bigger version of that, and then there's also one that's big enough for turkeys, and it's like the extra large or something like that.
So we may end up eventually doing something like that for turkeys. Okay, so we're fixing to get ready to build our nesting boxes. What we're going to do is we're going to make, it's going to be like a double decker. They'll have 6 holes on each row, so 12 total, which should be plenty for lots of chickens. We're going to make them like 1 foot by 1 foot. They may be like 1 foot by 11¼ inches because you got to take out for the plywood we're putting in. This plywood's 8 foot long. We need it 6 foot long, so we're fixing to rip off 2 foot off the end. And since I don't have a large table saw, the way we plan to do that is, I don't know what was so funny, but something was funny. We're going to use, to cut the 2 feet off the end, we're going to use a level with clamps to hold it down and just run the skill saw down it. And then when we get ready to do the other, we'll use a 2x4 to run by it. But our skill saw blade is offset 1.5 inches, so where we're going to put our board is actually going to be 1.5 inches, or our levels are going to be 1.5 inches in to get our cut right where we want it on 6 foot. So we're going to do this at 5 feet, 10.5. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now we're just going to take the level, line it up on your little dot.
I had to buy some new clamps because ours
The other ones kept breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also bought some sawhorses because we never seem to have a good building spot. I'm going to get this started, and then I'll need you to hold this back side as I cut through.
Okay.
And I have safety glasses this time. The other was just a small cut. We're going to be making a bunch, so I made
Better
sure
safe
that we
than
got
sorry.
So if the blade is 1.5 inches, then I need to go 1.5 inches past to get that to be 1.5 inches. So if I want these to be a foot, I need to go 13.5 inches. I may go 1/8. Okay, we're gonna make sure that you got a good straight edge on that. Yeah, this is the one we want to use. And then make sure that middle mark is still, yeah, it's still there.
Make sure
We're gonna have to come this way if you want to pick. I think. Well, no, yeah, it's gonna be close. So if you want to just grab that other side, well, it may slide. That'll work.
Okay.
That should be off of it, I'm pretty sure. one. And then I think what I want to do, let's just set this up here for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and mark a line down this before we set the board, just to make sure when I start cutting I am on the right, to make sure they're the same width. It should, but it'll give us an idea that we're close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust myself to freehand saw though, so.
Be a lot harder to control it without that block right there beside it.
Yeah, some people are good and can do that though, but I do not trust myself. Okay, so that's top, bottom, and middle.
Okay. Fighting to get this done before it gets dark, but no guarantees at this point.
Okay, now we're gonna make some room. And let's see how this goes. So what we're gonna do, I'll probably have to have your help to stabilize this.
Okay.
Ouch. We're gonna put wood glue and then screws to hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
Because the glue will make it extra strong. Oh, that's running everywhere. The only bad thing about this stuff is it's so messy.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll make it hold so much better. I think let's just get this initial box built tonight.
Mm-hmm. We can put the dividers and stuff in tomorrow.
Do what?
Put everything else in tomorrow.
Yeah, because we're going to have to do a lot more cuts to get all those other boards, and I just don't know that we have time.
Mm-hmm.
I think on this one I'm try not to use as much glue.
Mm-hmm. So do you want, so we need the middle one next?
The middle one, yes.
And you did the line to where it hit at the
Bottom.
bottom of it? Okay.
Yeah, the problem is they're a little bowed, but hang on because I want to, I'm just going to run a strip here, and it'll be what it'll be.
So that's the outer box.
Yeah, so what we will do, let's take this and stand it up. So now what we'll do is we'll go through and put vertical slats in there. We'll put like a little 1.5 or 2 inch trim piece on the front, just keep stuff falling out. And on the back, I'm going to use like hardware cloth to keep stuff from falling out the back of it. And then put a strip of, maybe a couple of strips of plywood on the back to mount this to the wall of the coop too. But I think that's going to be about as far as we get tonight.
Yeah, because with this...
Is it supposed to rain anymore?
19%.
Okay, so we will go ahead tonight and stick this inside the coop just to keep it in the dry and put all of our other pieces up where they don't get wet. So tomorrow, hopefully we can get this finished, which will be the same video for you.
Yep.
Okay, so it's raining outside, so we're having to work inside the coop to try to get this done. We've pre-cut everything. What I've done, since there's no way to put screws or staple these boards since they're directly on top of each other without taking a chance on it shooting through the side, I decided to cut little strips that we're going to glue down, and then we will just staple the vertical boards into these sideways. So we're going to glue and staple these down and then get the vertical boards put in to make the dividers between the nesting boxes. Any preference on which way this goes?
Nope.
Okay, we're just going to stick to the right side then.
Okay. Once you start on one, we have to make sure they're on the same side every time.
Otherwise, they'll be crooked.
Yeah, that would not be good.
trying to get the pressure right on the stapler so that the staples go in good, but they don't go through the bottom. Because the glue will do most of the holding on these.
I don't mind to glue them if you want me to.
If you just want to run a strip down them like that,
Okay.
they can do that and they can set it. It's not going to hurt them. Oh, I just messed up.
Uh-oh.
Put it on the wrong side. Which we could have put the other one just on the other side too, but I just want to keep them all the same so I don't mess up. Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Okay.
Plywood's a lot harder than what we have been nailing, so
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
pressure I needed for the others is not enough for
true. Yeah, I was
this.
sitting there like, why in the world is it not enough? You'll have your last one here, too.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
That looks better, yeah.
That's not going through the bottom either. And then we'll go ahead and do the bottom ones like this, and then I think I'm going to flip it either on its side or over to do the top. I might just flip it all the way over. And we'll do the exact same thing again. And this prep work takes a little longer, but it should make everything else easier later.
Yeah, almost a click together process. Hopefully.
Like putting together IKEA furniture.
So I need to flip it?
Yeah.
Do you need help?
I don't know yet. Maybe not.
You're right on the edge over here, so. There. Okay.
Okay, so
Alright,
still
more
stay on the
strips.
right.
I'll get to gluing for you. Anything we can do to make this process faster?
Yep, because we are on a time crunch.
Actually are today, because we got some stuff to do. So
Big stuff
yeah.
that you'll find out later.
Yeah. Hopefully everything goes well. Whoop.
Okay, so
Here we go.
measure.
Because there's different measurements for the top versus the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, because of the way we put the board in. So yeah, these are. Put a couple in there. Sturdy.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a couple of these boards that were a little short on the back, but it's not a big deal because they're still divided and we're going to put wire across here. But we just went ahead and used it because we were trying to use what we already had. So we didn't have to make new ones. So a little of these may look a little different, but that's because we're just using what we got. Okay, now we're going to cut this wire. We're going to smooth this up on this end, then we'll cut it off down there. Okay, we don't have any more cutting wheels for the grinder, just grinding wheels, so I'm just going to use 10 snips to cut this off. Because
I want to get it done. They are brand new 10 snips, so they should cut a little better than some of the old ones.
well, I can't get straight with it, so I'm having to cut one wire at a time. There's not going to be a lot of pressure on this. It's mainly just for keeping the shavings in. So
And keeping the eggs from rolling out the back or anything like that.
yeah.
Which, as long as we keep shavings in it, it shouldn't matter too much on that.
Well, if they're right at the back, it
Yeah.
should.
They got to push in around or something.
We're going to put cedar boards on the top of this and on the bottom to mount it to the wall. They're kind of wet, so I don't know how well this glue is going to hold, but I'm just going to stick some anyhow. Because it can't hurt.
Nope.
And maybe after it dries out, it'll bond. I don't know. I'm just going to put a couple of staples to hold it in place. Ooh, one of these every foot will be plenty.
I would think so. Really good.
Now,
Heavy?
a little bit. You got that in?
Yep.
Trying to think if I want to. I may just go ahead and lay that flat to put those other pieces on. Or we can just hold them.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be that hard. Are you just stapling them in?
Yeah, I may put a screw on. Well, no, I'm just going to staple them.
Hi.
These are only inches. So now, do we want like a foot off the ground?
Yeah, probably.
Because if anything, worst case we have to later, we can put an arm out here, an arm on there to make a little roost for them to get up in there. But I think they'll be fine.
A foot will be fine.
Because it'll only be
Mm-hmm.
3 foot off the ground if that's.
Yeah.
But if we see that they're not using it, then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, all that glue's.
Dripping. It's fine. It'll dry clear. Well, ready to put it on?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Tight fit with this solar system.
Here, just set it down on that stool for now. And then we can adjust. It's a little off center, but.
Yeah. We're so close now to be able to put the chickens in.
Yeah, hopefully this works out. We got that stool out of there. Okay, well we got it up. We're going to throw some shavings in here and get this thing ready for them. And then when we get back from where we got to go, we'll put them in here.
Yep.
I'm just going to put a bunch and then they can kick out what they don't want.
Yeah. I think that's the best idea anyhow.
Because they'll make it how they like it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we see that that's a problem with shavings, we'll put hay in there
Yeah.
to keep it from, if they kick them all out.
Either way, it's going to be 10 times better than what they've got.
Yeah. And then the only thing we'll really have left of this is the watering system,
Mm-hmm.
which is not a huge rush.
Yep.
And then I'm going to fix something better to hold this up.
Yeah, we've kind of got it.
I just got it tied up out of the way right now so we can work.
Yeah, he did it a couple different ways. That way it definitely did not fall down on our heads because that would have been very painful.
Yeah, I used a rope and then a bungee strap for safety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Those look nice.
So now we're going to cover this pretty floor. That way it's a lot easier to clean out later, but like I said, this floor's waterproof, so.
Mm-hmm. It was so helpful.
Main thing is just having the floor covered so it's easier to clean out.
Mm-hmm.
And the chickens will kick this around a bunch, which will help.
Yeah.
Here, we take this.
Yep.
Okay.
You could throw that in the back seat of the truck. Looky there.
Okay. So it is pretty well finished. I am going to put. We may pick up a hanging feeder today.
Okay.
And just have one that hangs instead of worrying about
So much easier than
doing that. And then if it hangs, we can fix a little lid or something where they won't get in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we keep it off the ground, they won't scratch it out.
And their water will be outside for now until we get the watering system.
Eventually, the watering system go in this back corner over here out of the way. But for now, just to get them in here, this is what it's going to be.
And we'll put them in tonight and put them in here, and that way they can go
Learn to go out in and out of the door.
But yeah, not starting them outside and them not realize that they can get inside.
Yeah, so they get to start out in the chicken palace and work their way out.
Chicken palace.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said, the nesting boxes, it's a little out of square, I can see now, but it's just going to have to be what it's going to be.
Yeah, and I mean, it is nesting boxes at the end of the day, so.
The chickens aren't going to know.
No, chickens
Bothers
will not
me
care.
a little bit, but.
Yeah, it'll be fine though.
Yeah.
You see him out here fixing them one day, you'll know what happened.
Well, eventually I'd love to have those rollout ones, but that'll be down the road.
Yep. But this is perfect for now, and we'll put them in it in just a little while.
So we bought a hanging feeder today, and now we're going to get it set up where we can actually hang it where it needs to be. I'm going to put a little bit of feed in here to give it some weight. So that we can figure out exactly where we want it to go. We were looking at chain today too, but chain has gotten ignorantly expensive.
Yep. So we decided that rope was in our best interest this time.
So do you think this is going to be in the way of anything?
No, I think that'll be perfect.
What if they reached on it?
They won't. Well, I hope not.
If they do, then we'll figure out something to...
And I fixed a quick connect down here at the bottom. That way if we do have to take this off for some reason, we can, but hopefully that's not an issue. You don't think they'll be in the way there?
No, I
Nice
think
boxes,
that's
do you?
fine.
Huh?
They've got a bunch of space on the side of it, so...
Okay. Think
Well-
that's about the right height?
Yes.
Unless they're babies.
No babies in
No
here.
babies are going to be in this one because we don't want it to be where they can get out, because then
And
the
we'll just
coop part.
fasten that down, but if we need
The
to
run
take it
part.
off, we can get a hook down here at the bottom and do that.
Mm-hmm.
So excited.
Yep.
I'm going to fill this up. And this one will hold 30 pounds, so that was a partial bag. Which I may wait and just leave that there and not open this up. Just leave it sitting up here,
Yeah, play it by ear.
and
And
hopefully they don't mess with it.
yeah, surely not.
Okay, what else do we need to do?
Did you want to put the water in here? for now?
Yes. And we decided until we get our watering system put in that we're going to put a water in here. We'll probably have some waters outside also, but that way if something happens, the coop door malfunctions or something, they won't be stuck in here without water.
Yep. All right, well, we just got this water cleaned out. It hadn't been used for a while, so it needed some TLC. And he'd already built that little platform for something else like a while back. So put that underneath it just so maybe they won't kick so many shavings in it. I'm sure it still will get full of shavings at first.
Hopefully not too bad.
But maybe it'll still be fine.
Because whenever we get their other watering system done, it'll actually be about the same height as this feeder off the ground, so
Yeah.
won't have to worry about it then.
Mm-hmm.
And if we see that there's a problem, they start trying to roost on this, I'll probably cut out a board or something, stick over the top of this just to keep them out of it.
Yeah, like we used to do with the smaller feeders.
Yeah, or I may cut one a little bit bigger on top, so if they get on, it'll rock.
Yeah.
That way they'll get off.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, well.
So, ready to take the rest of this stuff out and go get some chickens?
Yep.
Yes.
And it started to rain a little heavier, so not going to be filming actually catching them because don't want to get the camera wet. But
Yeah. One thing I'm going to do first is I'm going to close this coop door.
yeah, that way.
Until we get them stuck in here and they're used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
What?
Let's do it. It's gonna do the thing.
Louie, get out of here.
Really? Really?
Okay.
So,
The trap doors. Uh-oh.
opening.
What did it hit?
Something in the track.
I don't see anything but wood. Unless I need to go back those screws off a little bit.
There you
Oh. Interesting.
I did have a button in here that I hit for something, or a setting I changed. I don't remember what it was, but it's something about going down and closing, so maybe that's a setting.
Maybe.
I'm not real sure. But it's closed and there's nothing in the track, so all good there.
Good deal. All
Okay,
right.
let's clean this mess up and go catch some chickens.
Yep, and we'll let you see them when they're in their new home.
We got them in here. They look pretty rough because it's muddy out and also they're molting. But we've already got some that's found the roost and like it. They found the food, the water. I think they're really going to enjoy this. We're fixing to open the door and let them see the outside. Did y'all fasten that gate back, Ebbs?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see if changing this to automatic will just have it open.
And we actually caught Lady Francis too. It took all three of us to catch one chicken. But we caught her and hoping that she will be happy and feel safe in here.
Yeah,
Oh, here
we
they go.
They're like, wait, what?
Look at all that green grass out there, guys.
They're like, what is going on now? Are they going to be brave enough
hang
to
on,
attempt?
hang on. One, just, yeah. Let one of them find it, Abs. Just hang on a minute. Uh-oh.
Well,
Dude.
And that was a hen.
she was
Feisty.
really feisty. He is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like alfalfa.
Yeah, a big version of your alfalfa.
Yep, so let's see. Surely somebody will find it.
I really want to see one of them go out.
Washington's looking. Isn't that Washington that's looking?
No. Where?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, here we go. Yeah, there you go. Look outside. Look outside. If you don't find it, we'll have to help one of y'all out.
Oh.
Rooster's looking.
Go, 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 go. Joshua, go. That's Joshua.
Yeah. Hey, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, looky. About to go.
Go.
They're like, I don't know about this.
Well, you need to go.
There she goes.
Go.
She's
Almost.
trying.
Almost. Oh, okay. The first one is out. Now let's see if the rest of them figure it out too.
Oh, the rooster just went.
Bye, Joshua.
Looky there. Okay, 2 of them are out.
Some of the others are just hungry, so, because it's feeding time for the animals right now.
Yeah, because we held off on feeding them this morning because we wanted to try to make it where it's easier to catch them. So we put out some feed and lured them in.
Yeah, that made it a lot easier, a lot better.
Okay.
Okay, another big rooster's
What's
looking.
that one's name?
Well, he doesn't have a name.
Oh, okay.
He needs one. He's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Leave
Just
it
like
down in the comments.
You know, let the people decide.
Yep.
If y'all have a name for that big pretty rooster that's looking out the door right now,
The door almost.
let us know. I think that one up on the top roost is gorgeous too. Oh yeah, they're
There we
figuring it
go.
out. Now
They'll
we
just figure out how to come back in tonight.
yeah, hopefully so. They ought to be in hog heaven out there because there's so much grass.
Tons of grass.
So probably lots of bugs and all that too with it being
Yeah.
wet and nasty
And
out.
hopefully they find their nesting boxes too.
Mhm.
Oh,
Did you get excited? These American breast chickens are very, very gentle too, honestly. compared to all the rest.
Yeah, they're super docile.
They were really easy to catch.
That's hairy.
Hairy?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Come on, rest of y'all go. See what's out there.
Go explore the little pen.
Lady Francis is looking now.
Mm-hmm. She may fly out. Who knows?
Yeah, if she does, we'll have to clip some wings.
Yeah,
But
she's kind of flighty.
Yeah, she can fly.
but if she realizes that she's safe, then maybe she won't try to leave.
Yeah, as long as she gets along with all these other chickens. Oh, yeah.
She'll
Hey.
put them.
It's fine. They just got to figure out who's
Oh, I
boss.
thought that was a rooster.
No,
No, that's another hen.
she's just showing the hen who's boss.
Oh, goodness. You are a no.
She's like, I'm not backing down.
She's like, I've been through too much. You don't know my story.
Yeah, I survived coyotes and everything else.
Coyotes, wild dogs.
Multiple times, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty much persevered through everything.
The skunk that was in the pen. There's been a bunch of
She's
little
probably
things.
like, if y'all get out of the way, we could walk down the ramp. But the ramp's working out. I don't know if you want to go outside and try to get them coming down the ramp.
Yeah. All right. So yeah.
Maybe we'll see another one coming down. But they seem to like the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping they can find their way back in.
They seem to like the little area too, and they haven't even explored very much of it. So he's kind of like, what in the world is going on out here?
You're probably thinking, what's going on in there?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're getting situated.
Yeah.
Quite well, I guess.
And his name's what again? Joshua.
Joshua.
Okay. Oh, there's a hen. A hen right at the entrance.
I don't know if we ever showed this. Did we? Well, you can go ahead and see if they come out first. Yeah.
Come
she's going
on,
to.
baby girl.
I guess I could have sprinkled some feed down it.
Amazing.
There
So funny
you
to watch.
go.
Oh, it's walking. It's
I guess we could have stopped the ramp halfway down because none of them go to the bottom.
Yeah, none of them have used it all the way down. Okay.
But
Well,
no, I don't know if we ever showed. Did we show the way we supported this with the T-post?
I don't
and
think
the
we actually
straps?
showed. I think we talked about it.
Yeah. So what we did is we used pipe strapping and screws and T-posts and ran them at each of these joints. So it still has some flex, but it won't go over because those T-posts are driven in the ground.
And we've had some really high winds since we put this together, and
No
it
issues.
it has held fast without any movement that we haven't seen any damage or anything afterwards.
Yeah, because it's screwed to the coop, and then it's got these posts down it, and then plus the fact that it's all tied together on the ends like a box, it helps too. So it's got a lot of stability.
Mm-hmm.
Plus being 6 foot tall, I'm hoping they will stay in.
Yep. And they'll have this grass worked down before too long.
Probably
But
pretty quick.
I'm glad that it's a little bit taller right now, though, at least.
Oh, Louie's checking them out. He's right over there.
Like, what?
That's why that chicken ran. She's like, what in the world is that thing? A bobcat.
It is no, he's
A
not.
baby bobcat's coming after us.
He's not a big bobcat.
He looks like one.
He
Yeah,
does.
he's like one, but he's not.
Plus the
He's
way he
licking
hunts
his
around
lips.
and stuff too.
He's like,
He's never gone after a chicken or anything, but
let's
No.
chase them.
he likes to watch them. I think he just likes to watch funny looking things. And they are that, for sure.
He's probably trying to figure out what's going on in there.
Yeah. Because
That-
he's been in and out of the cats have been in and out of this thing
Yes.
the whole time. So
And Louis used to love it in there when he was like tiny, small.
I know.
He loved it in there.
yeah, when
He's
y'all
probably like, why are these chickens in my
It's
playhouse?
like, this
Yeah.
is mine, not yours. Mine. I bet
Yeah.
he could still go in there if he wanted.
they're quite happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's right after sunset. We'll have to come out and check and make sure they all went back in.
Yeah, and that the door closed.
Yeah,
Because it's a 15 minutes after sunset
yeah,
delay.
Louis?
yeah. The ones who figured it out really enjoy it. What you doing, buddy?
He's fixing to climb.
They may run him out of there. As feisty as some of these are.
He may be in there sleeping with them tonight. You can't
Yeah,
even tell about
you-
him.
You never know. He'll make friends. He's sweet. Y'all gonna branch out now? Yeah, they're going on down the coop. Oh, okay. Joshua's keeping an eye on him. He was flapping his wings at him.
You master Louis.
He's just showing him who's boss. He's like, this
It's
is.
like, these are my ladies.
Mm-hmm. I gotta protect them.
Oh, he is protecting them. Good job, buddy.
Yep.
So the chicken palace is finally complete. It's been months in the making, but we are finally there. We do still have the watering system to do, but that's not a huge deal and not a big priority to us because we can give other water sources for them until that's finished. Because whenever we do it, we actually want to enclose the barrel and stuff on the outside so that it matches the cedar and stuff of the actual chicken palace. But super thankful for Run Chicken for donating us the coop door. Really excited about that. We were going to just make a manual one that we were going to have to use because we did not want to make that investment just yet. But thankfully, they decided to send us one to try out. Be sure to check out their website. In our description below, we'll have a link there. We're also going to have a coupon code where you can save 15% if you decide to order one too. I think you'll be super thrilled with it. We're just getting started with it, but so far we are super thrilled with it. The chickens love it. They're using it. They like the ramp we built. So I think it's going to work out really well. Unfortunately, the girls lost their playhouse, but they're just going to get over it because the chickens needed this. The spot they were in was pretty nasty with all the rain and stuff we had, and they deserve better, and now they finally have it. So we're super excited about that. We really appreciate Run Chicken for donating this door, but it's starting to get kind of late. We've still got chores to take care of, so we appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time on Grounds Family Farm. Bye.
Bye, peace.
Bye, guys.